Welcome back, Lucid Humans. Today I'm going to show you how I compost and how my family composts. So, if you read my article about composting, you know that there's kind of three important ingredients: greens, browns, and water. Greens are things like kitchen scraps. Anything that comes from a fruit or a vegetable, that's a really good green. So let me show you. We just keep this really nice container and it holds all of our compost. So if I open it up, I can show you we've got eggshells, banana peels, parts of celery, onion, peppers, jalapenos, just even coffee bags, coffee grounds, and tea bags are another really awesome green. So basically anything that comes from plant material is a really nice green to add to your compost. So now I'm going to add it to the browns, which you can see in our compost bin. There's actually a layer of, it's like leaves and sticks and some ash and dirt all together. So it's kind of gross, but it is the food that microorganisms love. So let me just finish putting all this in there. You can even compost paper as a brown. Paper, if you're composting paper, try and make sure that it doesn't have any like plastic, any tape, or any type of, like, you don't want it to be a ton of ink, so like an advertisement that you might get, that's not ideal for composting because you're feeding that to all the little microorganisms like worms and all the creepy crawlies, and you don't want to hurt them. So when you compost in a big pile like this, there's plenty of moisture in there, and it's an open bottom, so the microorganisms have no problem getting in there because it's connected to the ground. Now, if I lived in an apartment or something and didn't have access to like dirt or yard, then I could do this in a container. And I have some friends who have done this. They just take any like Tupperware container. I've gone hiking and like found Tupperware containers just dumped, unfortunately, but I can take it and reuse it and use it for something that's good for the earth. So with that, you would just do the same layering of brown, green, add some water, but then you would add worms. And worms you can find at a bait shop, so somewhere that would sell like worms for fishing. You can also order them online, but that's more packaging, and a bait shop probably could use your business. And then another way to compost that I did when I lived in an apartment not too long ago, it's called trench composting. And this is where you take all of your food scraps, your coffee grounds, tea bags, all of that, and you basically dig a bit of a hole, and I dug like about that shape next to a bed, and I just bury my compost and cover it up. And it's pretty incredible. I mean, depending on the season, depending on like what the yard is, there's probably a decent amount of microorganisms living in there. And I dug back up the spots where I had composted stuff about 3 months prior, and it was gone. It was just really rich soil, and I noticed there was rose bushes right by it. They started blooming like crazy. They were so well fed from all of that compost. So with that, I wish you good luck and happy composting. Feel free to share this video, like, subscribe, and let me know if you have any other composting tips or composting questions. Happy composting!